Hi guys, this is Ratchet Throw, and we are playing Criminal Case, Myths of the Past, and we are going to case number 52 in Ivory Hill and Studying Pink. What, the name of Sherlock Holmes' very first case. Katia, as as I am about me and Charlie starting a family, I had to admit that recent developments make me fear for the world our child is coming into. Well, yeah, Rochester's want a new Concordia Republic. Wow. We'd always wonder how the Rochesters would have got about turning Concordia into their very own city-state beyond muzzling the press. And now we know that they relied on the cooperation of Commissioner Mulroney, whom they called upon to enforce their rule. What's worse, the Commissioner also released ex-Chief Inspector Halstead from prison and sent her to assassinate Deputy Mayor Lawson. Technically, Deputy Mayor Lawson's alright, but Eleanor is still at large and may strike again. As for the Commissioner, lack of proof means we haven't been able to prosecute him, and he got away with a mere dismissal from the force. Now the Rochesters have lost their police allies, their position has weakened, but they are not defeated yet. Taking down Malcolm Rochester, the political force of the family, must happen next. Unfortunately, Malcolm will have to wait, because they have just been called to the scene of a crime. The editor-in-chief of the fiction magazine Pistol and Petticoats has just been found dead outside her office. Katrina, our work is never done. Let's get to the Pistols and Petticoats office straight away. Well, yeah, that's the name of a newspaper where Evie is writing. Oh, she fell to that. It looks like it. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell, Studying Pink. But in the books, Sherlock Holmes books, it was called Studying Scarlet. And the Studying Pink was just called in the BBC TV show. Alright, Pink Lady, you're coming again. With us. Yeah, she fell to death, somebody pushed her. Well, judging by this height, it wasn't a very high the fall, so I don't know what to say. Maybe she didn't get much of wounds here, since this is it's from the first floor, so. But we'll see about it when the autopsy finishes. And then this must be Barbara Caldwell, the magazine editor. And look, the first look window is broken. The girl pushed her clean through the closed window. At least there is no doubt about our murder weapon. Now to get our suspects. That pattern appears to have fallen for the victim's neck. We don't identify this young woman. Its library car may have something to do with the murder. If you recover the textile, we'll know for certain. Whether it be citywide conspiracy or simple murder, we must fulfill our duty as keepers of the peace. Continue, let's go solve this crime. And maybe find out if there was a connection with her and Rochester's. We'll see about it later, since Rochesters are planning to abolish all the presses, well, including Pistols and Petticoats, so she might have had something to do with Rochester's. We don't know, but we'll see about it. Let's see, how did Barbara die? Well, we already know it was a fall, but is there something else? Katrina, I'm tickled pink to see you. I assume you are making a humorous pun on our victim's color of choice. Have you found anything on the body? Well, Mrs. Caldwell definitely died from the fall. Landing on the stairs broke her spine in 2 places. I also found traces of pink icing and donut crumbs on the front of the victim's dress. Finding pink icing on the pink dress must have been easy, I'm impressed. What's more, the stains were hand-shaped, which means they were left by the killer when they pushed the victim out the window. Unquestionably, your killer loves pink donuts. Katrina, I wager shillings the donuts will bring this killer to justice. Don't cops eat donuts? At least today's cops. And just in America. Okay, let's see who's this woman on this pendant. Or is somebody I will hate after I interrogate her. That's how she looks like. You identify Verushka Caldwell. Oh, your relatives. Katerina, young woman pictured the pendant's photograph is named Verushka Caldwell. Verushka? Didn't we meet a Verushka Caldwell back in the leisure fields? Her boyfriend was murdered at Rockdale Rochester's chocolate factory. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about her. Well, it's been a while, so... You're right, Katia. Caldwell is the victim's last name as well. Verushka must be her daughter. This is how the unfortunate task of breaking the news to Miss Caldwell of her mother's murder. Okay. I didn't recognize her. I totally forgot about her since she only appeared in one case. You easily remember somebody if he or she appears in dozens of cases. Or somebody you just like. I don't think I liked her when I investigated that case in the chocolate factory. Katia, the card you found out a crisis raised to the Queen of Romance from your biggest fan, and it's signed by a certain J.D. Farnsworth. The Queen of Romances must have been intended for our victim. Princess of Pentacles is famous for the romance stories he publishes. I agree, we have to speak to this Mrs. Farnsworth. Let us seek her out. Okay. Alright, let's go first talk to Verushka. Been a while, right? Miss Calder, I'm sorry to bear the news, but your mother has been murdered. My mother? Why would anyone bump her off? You're pulling my leg. I'm afraid it's true, Miss Calder. Her body was found in front of her office. Wait, you're not kidding! My mother's dead? I can't believe it. My life is ruined. No more pistols and petticoats. No more Rightly Society parties. No more romance tries to fawn over me. How could she do that to me, Spectia? What, you only care about the newspapers? Well, yes, we can see you're distraught. Well, come by again later, Miss Caldwell. Strange behavior, well, yeah, perhaps she's simply in shock, but Miss Caldwell's reaction to her mother's death was misguided. However, you're right, Katia, this investigation has only just begun. We found a victim's body on the street, but she was clearly pushed from the window of her office. The next logical step is to search the Pistols and Petticoats office for clues. Let's away. Okay. Well, she was probably troubled because she couldn't find the words to say to us. When she found out that her mother is dead. Okay. Mrs. Farnsworth, you're investigating the murder of Barbara Caldwell, and Barbara's dead? I can't believe it. I feel faint. That's not what I was expecting. So, Katrina, she's fainted. What should we do? I tried to wake her up, so I'm alright. I just can't believe she's dead. This is a terrible loss for the world of romance. What is that? I take it you are a fan of the stories she published. Yes, but not just the stories. The wisdom that woman had was brilliant. I followed the romantic advice column in Pistols and Petticoats religiously. I even wrote in with my own questions a handful of times. If all the world listened to Mrs. Caldwell's romantic advice, no one would be alone. I don't like the smile on her face. She looks a bit creepy. Okay, let's now investigate Pistols and Petticoats' office. So her daughter can't find words to say about her death, and her fan fainted at us. Weird suspects are coming. I feel it. I guess it makes sense that our clues are people related in an editorial office. The most suspicious item appears to be a torn up page of writing. And I agree with your hunch. If there was anything more to find here, it would be hidden in that paper bin. Let's dig in. Of course. Oh, I didn't cover that her shoes are also falling. Looks a bit funny. I don't know what I wanted to say. Just her shoes fell out of her feet, so I'm just going to say it like that. Okay. Katia, the letter reads to whomsoever this may concern, I, Barbara Caldwell, have forced my ostentatious person into the face of this world for far too long. The authorities need not be involved, as this suicide is an occasion for which I have specifically planned. I am an unromantic, descendant pink fraud. Sincerely, Barbara Caldwell. Katia, this is supposed to be a suicide letter. I never heard of someone specifying the police should not be called upon before. And who in the world finishes a suicide letter with sincerely? Continue. The Kyo clearly forces absurd suicide letter hope to get us off the case. Well, yeah, we just need to check the handwriting to see if she wrote it or not. They were right to tear the letter to pieces, as no one would ever believe it was real. I hope Diego will be able to tell us more about this letter's true author. Let's get into him straight away. Maybe we'll see some... We'll just discover what his behavior is. Okay, 3 hours for this. Alright, now the paper bin. Let's search through. Callum Edwards. Wait, that name sounds familiar. Then it's fast to find a paper belongs to certain Callum Edwards. Yes, I too remember meeting young Callum in group chapel after the murder of his friend Edgar Woe. Well, yeah. Now I remember him too. What do you suppose brings Mr. Edwards here? Let's question him and see what we can learn. Okay. Well, this guy was also a poet, right? Just like the victim we investigated. We investigated his death in that case. Mr. Edwards, we're investigating the murder of Barbara Caldwell, editor-in-chief of Pistols and Petticoats. And for the second time now we have discovered your flask at the crime scene. Miss Caldwell is dead? Who would have killed her? That is what we are trying to find out. What is your connection to the Caldwell family? Well, I went to school with Mrs. Caldwell's daughter, Verushka. After what happened in Green Chapel and my darling Annabelle going to jail, I decided I needed a fresh start. I came back to Ivory Hill and Verushka convinced her mother to hire me as an illustrator for Pistols and Petticoats. I suppose I'll have to find other work now. Okay. Let's check out this suicide letter. And did the killer write instead of victim? Katia Barbara Caldwell's so-called suicide letter smacks of more foul play than a mobster at a baseball game. Precisely our sentiments. Can you tell us anything about this true author? I noticed hesitations in the handwriting, marking the moments in which the killer paused mid-sentence. I found the pause to be strangely placed until I realized that in an effort to sound literary, the killer was stopping to look up grammar rules. And I am certain the killer did so with the popular reference text to components of composition. It's the best known resource among writers. A penchant for murder and bad grammar? That's certainly a double negative against our killer. Okay, bad grammar. Katrina, as much as I lied to get back to stopping the Rochester supplies, I had to admit this investigation has caught my interest. Not only was Barbara Caldwell, editor-in-chief of Pistols and Petticoats, pushed out of her first-floor office window, but her killer tried to frame her death as a suicide with a preposterous forged letter. For now, our only suspects are people who seem to love and respect her, even though her daughters seem more concerned about her changing social life than her mother's death. Katrina, I'm sorry to interrupt, but this is important. What is it, Evelyn? It's about your investigation. I have something to confess. Yeah, you're gonna confess you killed her? No, you're not gonna do it. You're not like that. But we'll see about it. We're gonna start here. We're gonna continue playing in chapter 2. So, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video, and I'll see you again. Goodbye!